Hi, it's Abby and welcome back to the René of Paris channel. Today I'm so excited to show you Noriko styles. So we have 3 new styles as part of our Noriko collection. These are all really gorgeous styles and then some brand new colors as well. The fun thing today is that of the 3 new styles that I'm showing, 2 of them I get to show in 2 of the new colors. And I'm just really excited to show you some of these because they all have one of my favorite cap constructions, which is the partial monofilament with the lace front as well. This is a really nice cap construction option to have a nice balance between that nice voluminous hair look and that really natural looking hairline with the lace part and the really natural looking part, as well as some flexibility to change it around with that partial monofilament. It's kind of just like a really good balance between a lot of wig cap features. And so these styles are just absolutely gorgeous. They're all around like the kind of medium to shorter length style, which is also some of my favorite styles to wear for daily wear as a daily wig wearer myself. I love styles of all lengths and everything. Like, I love wearing the long styles as well, but short ones I just find so nice and manageable for daily wear as well. They just take minimum effort and they always just look so nice. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start jumping into these new styles. And of course, as always, all of our live streams later get posted onto our page. So if at any point after this live stream is over, you wanna go back and rewatch part of one specific wig that you wanna go back and look at, you can always go to our page and go watch the live stream from whichever part you want to pick it up from. So let's just go ahead and jump into these new styles, shall we? And of course, as I'm talking about them, feel free to ask me any questions as well. So again, 3 new styles and a couple of gorgeous new colors. So I'm just gonna grab this one here. This one is called Beau, and this one I have in 2 colors, both of which are new. So we have Frosted Mushroom R here is the new color, and the new style is Beau. Really gorgeous one. Just gonna adjust my light a little. Oop. I like to be able to show these colors with different light settings so you can really see what they look like in person. But here, so here is this one. This one is Beau, and the color is Frosted Mushroom R. Really gorgeous, dynamic color here. Lots of different shades going on with those highlights. And this cap construction that I was talking about, I'll just show you that from the inside before I put it on. You have a partial monofilament with that lace front. So if you like monofilament wig caps, but you also like having that voluminous look that a machine tied cap, for example, gives you, this is a really great balance, as you'll see once it's on my head, because on the machine tied side of the cap, you just have that really nice volume that stays that way, and then the partial mono for that really natural looking part. And the partial mono is like a pretty decent amount of the cap, so you can kind of range flipping the hair over and having a natural looking effect, kind of more in the middle and also more towards the side as well. And the rest of the wig cap is pretty standard. You have that open wefting, so it's really nice and breathable. I wear them directly on my shaved head. I don't wear wig caps or anything. And then they also have the adjustable straps at the nape of the neck. So again, let's go ahead and put on this gorgeous style. This kind of style is like generally one of my personal favorites for daily wear, so I'm so excited to show you this one. Okay, look at this. Let me get my comb. I love this wide tooth comb that we have with René of Paris. Is so nice for quick detangling. And now, mind you, this is directly out of the box. I have not done a thing to this wig, so you can really get a feel for what it's going to look like when it's brand new, when you get it for yourself. And this wig is just so stunning. I love with our lace fronts how you don't have to trim them. I know that for a lot of wig wearers that can be a really stressful experience and you get a lace front and you have to trim it and you're so worried about ruining it, so ours come pre-trimmed for that reason. And then that lace front blends really seamlessly into that partial monofilament. Now look how natural that looks. And again, you still have a pretty decent range to move that around, so it really is just the benefit of having a monofilament cap, but just on one part of the cap. And if you think about it, if you're someone that likes monofilament caps, like personally, that's one of my favorite cap features to have is monofilament, because I really like that natural looking hairline. But how often do you really like change your part dramatically if you have a monofilament wig cap? Personally, I just keep my part in the same place, even if I do have that flexibility to move it over. So having a partial monofilament really is kind of the same difference, because you're still gonna have that natural looking part. And then you get that benefit here. So you can just see there's just a nice balance of volume, and with that machine tied cap, it's never gonna fall flat on you. It's always just gonna be that nice balance. So it really is just so many good features combined into one. And now this color is so much fun. Again, this one is Frosted Mushroom R. So it's just a really nice mix of some darker shades in there with these beautiful platinum highlights. I think this is so stunning. And the more I kind of comb that around, what I really like to do when I first get my monofilament or lace part or anything like that where you want that natural looking scalp, I personally like to comb it around and move it to purposely make sure some of that is showing, because this is what's gonna make your wig just look so natural. But again, I haven't had to do anything to this. It's not like I'm sitting here tweezing it or cutting the lace. This is ready to go out of the box. And this color, I'm just having so much fun with this new color. Let me try to show you from the back as well. I always love when shorter wigs like this just have those really gorgeous face framing layers. If you follow my page on Instagram here, you know I always talk about those medium length, chin length bobs and shorter wigs in general. A, because I just find them so easy, and B, I just find these little face framing layers so flattering. And I just think these kind of styles just look so good on anyone. And I love this. This is gorgeous. Now with that kind of, it's almost like a side bang, but not totally, just a nice curve here. But what's so nice about that lace front is you can really kind of do those pulled back looks, and it'll just look so natural. Now right now, here's a good tip to mention is right now as I'm doing that, as I do it, my wig slides, and that's only because it's not tight enough for my head size. And so all I have to do is use these adjustable straps at the nape of the neck. And once it's adjusted to the proper size, you should be able to run your hands back in the hair and not feel like you're risking pulling it off. So if you're having that issue when you're styling your wigs and kind of feeling like they're moving around, always check the adjustable straps at the nape of the neck. They're very adjustable, and so generally you should be able to adjust it to a point where it feels secure enough that you can run your hands through it and not feel like it's slipping, but also you don't want it too tight that it hurts your head or anything, but it should be just the perfect balance. These wigs are glueless, they don't need any adhesive to stay secure, and as long as it's adjusted properly, you should be able to really just run your hands through it and not worry about it. I really like how that looks too. So this one is the new style that just came out as part of the Noriko collection. This is Beau, B-E-A-U, Beau, and this is the color Frosted Mushroom R. So I'm loving this. The more I kind of brush it back and play with it, it's gorgeous. Yeah, Frosted Mushroom R is the color. Also a new color. That's such a good tip when you first get your wigs. Just try doing different things to it and see how it looks. Is when it first came out of the box, it had this really nice, neat bob look, which looks so good, and I could easily just comb it back into that if I want to. But this look of it combed back, and the way the colors, the way those streaks and highlights look when it's brushed back like that, just looks so good and so fun. And I feel like this is the kind of style that, like, you couldn't mess it up if you wanted to. Like, if it's windy or anything, I feel like this is the kind of hair that's just gonna stay looking nice, because even if it kind of falls in different directions, look how good that looks. Okay, I'm really loving this. And I do have Beau in another color as well, and it's so fun to show the same style in two different colors, so you can really get a feel for how even just the hair color can totally change up the vibe. But this just looks so sophisticated, and it's just such a gorgeous style that if you were to get a hair color like this in your natural hair, it would require so much maintenance, whereas with this wig, it'll just obviously stay looking nice. You don't have to worry about your roots growing out or anything. And that's why wigs are such a cool thing for people to try, even if you don't have hair loss or anything and you want to try a fun salon inspired color like this, then you can do that without having to pay a ton of money at a salon or pay for the upkeep. It'll just stay looking nice, and it's such a fun way to change up your style without the commitment of doing your own hair if you do have hair of your own. And then if you don't, it's fun to just switch up for the new look anyway. So now I'm going to show the exact same style here. This is also Beau, the new Noriko style. And this one here is the new color Sparkling Mocha R. And again, whenever you see like a dash R at the end of a color name, that means it is rooted, which is something I really like on wigs, because I find the roots make it look very natural. So this is the same style, Beau Sparkling Mocha R. Same cap construction. I am going to tighten it a little bit because I think that's probably a little bit better for my head size. And again, if you ever feel like the wig is loose, all you have to do is just tighten it with these straps in the back, and it should be secure with just that. Okay, let's go ahead. Again, this is directly out of the box. No styling has been done to this wig. There we go. So that is the same style, and this is in the color Sparkling Mocha R. The style is Beau. So again, you can see incredibly natural looking. So it's partial monofilament cap with that lace front. And I just love the way these lighter streaks as well with this color, Sparkling Mocha, really just blends so seamlessly into that lace front. And that lace front just transitions really nicely back towards the hairline. And because that partial mono is pretty much half the cap, I would say you still have the flexibility to kind of move it more towards the middle if you want to, or move it back towards the left. I just am loving these new colors with the new kind of highlights up here in the front. They're just so gorgeous, so glamorous, and just so unique. I really love the look of this. So what I love about colors like this is some wigs you might look at the color and it's just like a flat, solid one color, but I think it looks incredibly natural when a wig like this, if you look at the individual strands, there is a lot more going on, and there's just a good range of colors there, because I think for the most part, people's natural hair growing out of their head, there's going to be a bit of variation, whether they're going to the salon and getting it styled a certain way, or even with someone's natural hair color, there's going to be a bit of variation just from the sun touching it and things like that. A lot of blonde colors especially will kind of get more golden in the sun, and then the roots will be darker. So things like rooted colors and variation in the hair, I think just makes it look really realistic. Ooh. Okay, there's the back. I really like that shorter length at the nape of the neck. Wigs like this for me are great for daily wear because you don't have to worry about the wig rubbing up against anything. And I find that wigs that are shorter like this last a very, very long time because the fiber isn't really rubbing up against your clothes. It's not getting affected as much by the elements, and they just last so long for me, which is another reason I love shorter styles like this. So again, this one is the new Noriko style called Beau. That's B-E-A-U. This is the new color Sparkling Mocha R. Gorgeous color. And previously, right before that, I showed the new color Frosted Mushroom R. So Sparkling Mocha R, Frosted Mushroom R. You can see the two side by side. Really beautiful if you like those kind of highlights and streaks in your hair. Now let's move on to the next new, oh, so can you repeat the color of the first wig? Yeah, the very first one I showed, that was Frosted Mushroom R. That's what that looks like. And the second one was Sparkling Mocha R. They're sort of similar, but not, I think they look more similar on camera than they do in person. This one has much more of a warmer brown tone to it, and that is the Sparkling Mocha R, whereas the Frosted Mushroom R is kind of more like a, almost like a cool toned medium blonde, I would say. And then Sparkling Mocha is a bit warmer, but they're both really gorgeous colors. Thank you so much, look beautiful, and thank you so much. Yeah, these are really great styles, and I think that kind of style would just be flattering on literally anyone that wore it. It's just such a really nice face framing, versatile style. Okay, next I'm gonna show the new style Wynn. And this one will have the same cap construction. So that is the partial monofilament with that lace front there. Open wefting on the back. This is a new color as well. This one is called the Sandy Salt. Look how nicely that flows. It just looks so incredibly natural. This is kind of like a mix with some shades of like brunette shades and also some silvers in there. It's a really nice natural looking color. Let's go ahead and put this on. So this one is Wynn, W-Y-N-N, like Wynn. There we go. Oh, I am loving this one as well. Again, this totally falls into the category of the kind of wig that I would totally, completely use as a daily wear wig. This reminds me a lot of some wigs that I have worn as daily wear wigs in the past. And again, I'm just gonna tighten them a bit. So always check the adjustable straps. I know I keep repeating that, but I think it's such an important thing to mention is because if someone feels like their wig is slipping or loose, all you have to do is just fix those adjustable straps. And ideally these wigs should be able to be worn without any sort of adhesive and they should feel secure. So now that it's tightened, I feel like I could move my head around, it could be windy, like anything, and it would still feel secure. There are of course wig grips. We do have wig grips that you can use for extra security. But I personally feel very secure like this once it's tightened. So again, I have not done anything to this wig. That partial monofilament blending into that lace front, look at that, it is just invisible. And again, because that partial monofilament is about from here to here, you can really change the part slightly to the left or right and still have that natural looking scalp effect. With no kind of prior prep to be done to the wig. They are ready to be worn out of the box. There's no trimming the lace, no tweezing the hairline, none of that. Those things always make me so nervous because I get worried that I'm going to damage the wig. And so when you have a wig that's all prepared for you out of the box, it's just so easy. Oh, I'm jealous, Deb giving real/natural. Thank you. I'm glad you like this one. This one is so realistic looking with that part. I love that kind of feature on these wigs. And like I was mentioning, I think all three of these wig styles that I'm going to show today do have the same cap construction. So that is the partial monofilament with lace fronts. That kind of is just a lot of good features combined into one. So you have that partial monofilament for that realistic looking scalp on top and the ability to change the part rather than being a fixed part. And the fact that it's a partial mono means that this side is more of the machine tied cap, which gives you that volume, and this side is never gonna fall flat or anything. So you still get that nice voluminous hair look with that natural looking hairline and ability to change the part. So yeah, this one is super cute. Yeah, I agree. I am loving this one. I'm loving both. The last one I feel like was so sophisticated and elegant, and then this one is so cute with these like, not cute. I overuse the word cute a lot, I've noticed, but I kind of just use that as synonymous with just something that would look good in a lot of different scenarios, on a lot of different people. It's just very charming. And again, that new color is Sandy Salt. And like I was saying before about the other colors, I just love when wig colors like this have a lot of range in the shades. I just find that makes it look even more natural. And it has a slight rooting. Oh no, sorry, this one does not have a rooting. Sorry, I take that back. This color is just Sandy Salt, no root. So yeah, there we go. Then I'll show you the back. I do have this one in another color to show as well. So you can see the differences here. Like this one is kind of generally the same length all around in terms of like shorter in the back or longer in the back. This one is about the same, whereas the previous one was shorter in the back. And that's what I love about showing all these wig styles that generally kind of fall into the same category. Like it's a short chin length, medium length bob, but to see how much variation there is between these wigs, that's something I find really important about being a daily wig wearer for a medical reason like alopecia, is that generally if you're a wig wearer and you want to have the self-expression of choosing your own hairstyle, it would be hard if there was only like 5 options to choose from. Like, okay, short or long, which one do you want? It's like, even in the category of shorter to medium length wigs, there's so much variation and you can really find something that fits exactly what you're looking for. And I just think that's really, really important as a daily wig wearer, to be able to still have that choice, such a wide variety of options. And then same goes for the colors as well. There's just so much variation. And I do have this in another color as well. So this is the same wig, and this is in the color Spiced Brown. This is another color that I really love. It's a gorgeous medium length brunette here. Let's put this one on. straps a bit. This is how I like to put my wigs on. I just kind of put the lace on front, and then I grab the ear tabs and kind of pull those into place, and then I pull the back down. When I'm wearing a lace front wig like this one, I also like to make sure none of the hair is tucked under the lace. Sometimes I'll just bring my finger underneath and do that. But there you go. So these wigs really just do take me literally 2 seconds to put on. Same style. This is the color Spiced Brown. So same cap features that I've been talking about as the previous wig. Partial mono, lace front, move the part around. Really nice. This one is so charming. I'm trying to see, I like to do the ponytail test to see if certain wigs can fit into a pony. These are on the shorter side, but it is nice to even do a little half ponytail on a wig like this. That's a style I really like, especially, again, as a daily wig wearer. Sometimes I think a style like that just keeps a wig looking nice and casual, because you don't always want to have like super, super done up looking hair all the time, because it doesn't necessarily always look natural to have super over-the-top salon-styled hair all the time. So it's nice to be able to have those little tricks. Like if I want a wig to look extra casual, I will just put it in like a little half pony like that. I think is cute. So yeah, I am loving this one. So this one is Wynn, the new Noriko style. And I am just loving this release from the Noriko line with this partial monofilament wig cap. I think these are all really fantastic, very natural looking wigs, and all really, really great for daily wear. And especially for someone who is new to wigs, for example, and wants something really easy and natural, I think these are also really great options as well. I think some people who have never tried wigs before think it's a bit of a steep learning curve, and there's a bit of information to familiarize yourself with, and that's why we make our videos, to educate people so that it doesn't have to feel daunting. We have videos dedicated to how to pick the best wig for you and all of that, but I think a wig like this, if someone is brand new to wigs, I think it's pretty easy to figure out. You don't have to do anything to it. Wear it out of the box, and it's good to go. Are they on Noriko or René of Paris? So Noriko is one of our, René of Paris is the overall wig company, and then Noriko is one of our lines. So this is our Noriko line from René of Paris. So yes, I keep doing that. It looks like I'm just kind of non-stop playing with my hair. I just love to be able to show how natural that hairline looks with the lace front in the front there, and that hairline. And I find when I first get a wig out of the box like this, the more I kind of brush it back and move it around and play with it, it just looks so, so natural. I think one of the common wig beginner mistakes that I used to make all the time is I was afraid to touch the hair too much, because I was like, oh, if I touch it, it's gonna get messed up and everyone's gonna know it's a wig. With a wig like this, it's really nice to be able to move it around with your hair. That's what's gonna make it look flowier and natural, because if you're not moving it around, then it's kind of gonna like be stuck in one place and it's not gonna look as natural. Whereas if you kind of move it around with your hands, let it get that flowiness back into it, shake it up a little bit, it's just gonna look so natural. And again, the fact that these are all synthetic wigs, I think you can really see just how nicely these flow. I think you would never be able to tell that these were synthetic fibers. They're not shiny or anything like that. So when synthetic wigs are new, they flow just as nicely as human hair wigs. And yeah, again, we have whole videos dedicated to how to pick what's best for you, whether you like human hair wigs or you like synthetic. I find synthetic so easy to manage because they don't require any maintenance or styling like human hair wigs do. I love my human hair wigs, and we have some fantastic human hair options for those that want that. But when I'm wearing a human hair wig on a certain day, it's because I'm choosing to wear that wig and I know I'm gonna have to do a bit more maintenance to it. I'm setting time aside to style it. With the synthetic wig, I will be running late for something and I'll be like, oh, wait, I wanna wear a different wig. I'll like grab something out of the box, put it on and go. Barely even look in the mirror and feel totally confident that it's gonna look good. And that's what I want to be able to have with my wigs. Yeah, I literally did that just the other day. I was leaving for a job and I had been wearing our watermelon color, which was like a pink color, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to this new job, maybe I should wear a more natural looking color. And as I was leaving, I put on another wig like similar to this one, and I was like leaving in that very moment, took it out of the box, put it on, and had a different hairstyle. And that's what I want to be able to have with my wigs. I want it to be that easy. Okay, so I have one more style to show you of these new releases from the Noriko collection. This one is also so gorgeous. This is really nice for those of you who like wavier styles. Let's go ahead and switch to this one. And then I will do a speed run and run through all of these one more time. I love doing that just to show you a quick recap, and also just to show how easy it is to change between styles and how quickly I can take one off and put on another. I don't know how people manage to glue a wig on every single day. I love glueless wigs like these because it's just such a time saver. So this is the new style Briar. This is the color Platinum Pearl, a color that I really love. I just love how it's a nice platinum color, but it's not shiny. It's very healthy looking, very natural looking. And just look how cute these little waves are. I love them. And then again, you have that same cap construction, that partial mono with that lace front. Especially with a platinum color like this, like it is so seamless. You cannot see, I can get as close to the camera. Like I can get so close to the camera to the point where you're seeing like my freckles on my forehead. But you're not seeing any knots, you are not seeing any lace. It is absolutely incredible. Like, look at that. Are you kidding? And that is not, has to be glued down or anything. Like, that's the kind of thing. Like, that's just mind-blowing to me. And it's really comfortable lace as well. I just want to mention that. Because sometimes you get these lace fronts that can just, you can really feel the lace all the time. And it's a very nice, natural, very nice, softer material. And then, I think that kind of material does help it to look more natural as well because it's really thin and so invisible. And then it also just feels really comfortable. So this is the new style Briar and the color Platinum Pearl. And again, all of these wigs come in a wide range of colors. If you go onto our website, reneofparis.com, you can go to the search by brands category. We have our Noriko line there. And you can view the full catalog and view all the colors. I love looking at the catalogs because there's always these beautiful photo shoots that they do where you can see the wigs on the models in the catalog and everything. And then you can see all of the specs, the specific details of like the measurements and the cap construction, and then the long list of gorgeous colors. Okay, here's the back of this one. And, you know what, do I have my... Okay, yes, it's right in front of me. I just wanted to mention, I always love to show these products as really good things to have in your wig styling kit. We have wide tooth comb. This is the René of Paris wide tooth comb. I carry this around more often than I even carry my wig brushes because a brush is nice, but like a style like this, for example, I'm probably not going to be brushing this particularly often because of the waves. But the wide tooth comb, if you ever get a little bit of tangles, you just run this through it just a bit and it immediately gets rid of the tangles without being too rough on the hair and without brushing out the waves. So the René of Paris wide tooth comb, I bring this with me literally everywhere I go, just in case. And then the Revive Liquid Enhancement is a spray that we have that is really good for maintaining wavy styles like this as well. And so when you wash your synthetic wigs, they will dry back with the style that they came in. So if you have a wavy or curly wig and you wash it, it will dry naturally back into its style. That's something I love about synthetics. And normally you don't need to do anything else beyond that, beyond just letting it dry naturally. But if you ever do feel like the waves need a little bit of zhuzh, you can take just a light mist, like 1 or 2 sprays, especially with a short wig, and you can kind of just do this to add the curls back. This one didn't need it already because it was just fresh out of the box. I'm just showing as an example. It just kind of gives a little bit of more life to the wig. And so yeah, the Revive Liquid Enhancement I think is just such a good thing to have for so many different uses. Something else it's really, really good for is if your wigs ever get staticky, one light spritz of that, static is gone. I don't usually have static with my wigs, but every once in a while in the winter when I'm like taking my jacket on and off, that can just cause a little bit of static, just like on your clothes and everything. And so if you ever have a tiny bit of static in your wigs, that just gets rid of it in a second. And it just kind of keeps it a nice, healthy shine balance. And I think that like a lot of people talk about wanting to be careful that wigs aren't too shiny, but I think it kind of goes both ways. You want your wigs to have a little bit of like a healthy hair shine as well. And so this will add back that healthy looking shine and also kind of help to minimize it from being too shiny. So it just kind of helps keep a good balance, if that makes sense. So yes, these were the 3 new styles that just came out this week as part of the Noriko line. All of these releases, these are absolutely wigs that I would wear as daily wear wigs, and that's something that I really like to look for. And I talk a lot about what I look for in daily wear wigs. We actually posted a video on our YouTube channel recently where I talked about the features that I like to look for. A lot of these things are up to personal preference, but all of these wigs for me fall into that category. And the biggest thing is wigs that are natural looking and easy to wear. All of these with that partial mono and lace front are so incredibly natural, especially if you are someone who is wearing wigs and you don't necessarily want people to be able to tell it's a wig, then nobody's gonna know that these are wigs at all. They just look so natural. And I've told this story so many times, but wearing wigs like this, I've been in situations where I was trying to tell a friend like, hey, this is a wig, or like someone I had just met, and they were like, no, it's not. Like, I can see your hairline. Like, what do you mean? No, it's not. Because for most people, they don't realize that wigs can have these incredibly natural looking features. So they think that a wig is going to be like those cheapo wigs with like no hairline or anything. That's what most people imagine wigs are. And when you actually look into the options out there, it just looks so natural when you have that kind of part. All of this good stuff. Yes, and I know most people watching the live streams are often already familiar with these features, but I like to mention and give a lot of extra details for anyone who might be newer to wigs, because I remember when because I've had alopecia my entire life, and so when I was starting to finally learn more about wigs when I was 12, 13, when somebody at a wig store taught me about monofilament wig caps, I was so mind blown, because even though I had already been wearing wigs for a long time, I had no idea that something like this existed. That was actually when they introduced me to René of Paris wigs. At that point, that was when I found my first Cody wig from the Amore line that I wore for many, many years after that. But I've literally been wearing René of Paris wigs ever since, and that was quite some time ago now when I was about 12 or 13. And yes, ever since I learned about monofilament, it just opened the world of wigs for me. And so anyone who's new to wigs who doesn't know about things like monofilament or lace part, lace front, those are features that are really great for that natural looking hairline. The lace on the parting does look really good. Yeah, I just think it's incredible. So this is a lace front partial mono. And I'll show you the wig cap from the inside just so you can see that partial mono is pretty much half the cap. So you can really change the part and get that really natural looking hairline on this side. And then on this side, you have that more durable machine tied cap on the other half, which is really good for also maintaining volume and making sure it doesn't get too flat or anything. So it really is just the best of both. So now, just one more time, I'm gonna run through all the wigs in quick succession, okay? Just in the same order that I showed them in the first place. So let's see how quickly I can do this. This is Beau in Frosted Mushroom R. New style. Oh, I forgot how much I loved this one. It's literally, my favorite wig is whichever one I'm wearing at the moment. New style, new color. These all have the same cap. Again, if you want to hear the details, all of our live streams get posted to our page afterwards, so you can go back and rewatch earlier in the live stream when I talked about these in more detail. But this is the same style. This is Beau in Sparkling Mocha R. Love that. Love these new colors as well. So stunning. This has that kind of shorter in the back look and that gorgeous face framing layer in the front. My dog is sneezing in the background. She always has to make some little indication that she's in the room. Okay, this one is Wynn. This is Sandy Salt. Gorgeous bob on this one. This one is just like a nice kind of simple bob. And this is literally gonna become one of my favorite wigs instantly because I just love bobs with bangs. Like, this is just perfect. Love, love, love this one. That was Wynn in Sandy Salt. This is Wynn in Spiced Brown. I just love kind of shaking my head and showing how nicely it flows and how the more you move it around, the better it looks. And then again, we have Briar in Platinum Pearl. Yeah, the bangs on Wynn are so, so cute. I love that one. And then this one is Briar, which is also so cute. I love wigs with like a slight bang or side bang because like it just makes sure that like the hairline, you don't have to worry about the hairline looking natural because it's covered. And then to also pair that with a lace front where you do have that natural looking hairline anyway, it's just like the perfect balance of never having to worry about whether your wigs look natural. You could just have so much faith in these. They're just gonna look good no matter what. Absolutely the kind of styles that I would just throw on and not look in the mirror and know that they look good, to be honest. Just because you mentioned the bangs on this, I'll just show them one more time. I just love how you can kind of brush them forward to wear as a straight bang. And if you wanted to, you could have a wig stylist trim that so it is more like a straight bang as well. But I like having the bangs left a little longer like that because I think they look so cute as a little side bang as well. And so it's kind of like, it's kind of left like that, so it's your choice what you want to do with it. If you do want to have them trimmed by a wig professional, you can. But I think that as is, it just looks so cute. Just brushed to the side as well. This one is Wynn. So those are all of the new Noriko styles. I am really excited about all of these because I just think they are all such fantastic daily wear wigs, but then also such gorgeous styles. So as a daily wig wearer myself, I just love finding a wig that I know will be very easy and effortless. And I would say these are a really good starter wig. Wigs that if you want them to look nice, but you also want them to be easy, easy to wear. No steep learning curve for how to put them on or anything like that. And then if you do need help with those things, we have videos dedicated to helping with that as well. Or you can always send us a message on René of Paris or send me a message on my account, abbyandrew.yt, if you ever have specific questions or need help with something. But I think these wigs are just really good wigs if you just want to not have to worry about the stress of wig prep. They are just the easiest kind of wigs you can get to wear out of the box, and they are good to go. And all of these I just think are really great options for that. So yes, and I just love the cap construction on these. So that again is the partial monofilament with the lace front. And partial mono is one of my favorite kind of cap constructions that we have with René of Paris. And I think you find that cap construction a bit more often in the Noriko line because the Noriko line is really good for kind of salon-inspired looks with a little bit more of a voluminous look to them. So if you like kind of more voluminous hair, the Noriko line is a good place to look. And the partial monofilament wig cap is the perfect balance between having nice volume to the hair with that partially machine-tied cap on one side, and then having that really natural-looking hairline and part on the partial monofilament side. So yes. So yeah, those are all of the new wigs from the Noriko line and some of these gorgeous, gorgeous new colors. All of these styles also come in a wide variety of colors. So if you liked a specific style here and you want to see the other color options that it comes in, you can go to our website, reneofparis.com. Just go to the Noriko category. You can see the full catalog there, or you can just look at the wigs individually on their pages. You can search up the wig, or you can just look at the Noriko section. They should be right there on the top since they are the new releases. And it's just always amazing to see how even just changing the color of a wig can totally change the vibe. And that's why it was so fun in this video that I got to show you multiple colors in some of these styles. And again, all of our live streams are saved to our page, René of Paris, on Instagram later on. If you want to go back and rewatch from the beginning or rewatch a specific part, then you can also do that on there as well. But also stay tuned. We're going to have lots more kind of content coming out on both our YouTube channel and our Instagram showing these wigs in more detail. I'll definitely be showing them on my pages as well, abbyandrew.yt here on Instagram. And so yes, thanks for hanging out today while I showed you all these new styles. These are all really exciting for me. Every single one of these wigs that I showed in this video is a wig that I would wear as a daily wear wig in a heartbeat and feel confident that it looks natural, feels comfortable, and they're all just such cute styles too. I am loving this new release from the Noriko line. Thank you all again so much for watching. Check out these wigs, let us know what you think. Comment below which one you're most excited to try or which one you think you might pick up for yourself. And enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Bye.